Greetings, everyone, from Thumbelina and me, Angela. Hope you're all doing well. Um, I'm just on, not to craft, just to talk to you guys for a little bit, let you know that I'm still alive and kicking. Um, not too sure about the kicking, not yet, anyhow. Because I had, I broke a couple of, my two small toes on my right foot, and I might have broken a bone inside my foot also. Anyhow, what happened was 3 weeks ago, yeah, it'll be 3 weeks this past Sunday, in the wee hours of the morning when I had to get up to visit the facilities. On my way back to bed, I stubbed my two little toes on a piece of wood, furniture, and um, and I just stood there and I thought, just drowsy from sleep, like, wow, that hurts. So I just stood there for a few minutes just till the pain subsided a bit, and I went back to bed. Anyhow, when I woke up a few hours later, I just laid there and thought, oh, my foot hurts. Anyhow, so when I got up and I looked at my foot, it's like, okay. The two little toes had already started to bruise, and anyhow, as the day progressed, the bruising got worse, and then eventually all five of my toes were bruised and part of my foot was bruised. And anyhow, most of the bruising is finished now. And I still have some pain sometimes, but it's feeling a lot better. No, and I did not go to the hospital because there was no way I'm going to sit in there for hours and hours only for them to tell me that yes, I have broken something, and they really don't do much for little broken toes. When you break your small toes, they really don't do much except to tape them together. So that's it. So anyhow, I've been slowly but surely trying to clean up my mess on my table because I can't take it anymore. It gets gotten to the point where I want to craft, but not in this mess, not anymore. Anyhow, it's like three projects, and I still haven't cleaned up from back then. Anyhow, I do have a project in mind. It's going to be a something Halloween, and as I'm developing the project in my mind on what I want to do and how, um, I've been running around looking for some of the things that I'm going to need for the project. Anyhow, um, there's still one thing that I need, and I can't seem to find it, and I don't really want to tell you guys what it is, because if I do find it, wow, okay, and if I'll be able to use it or not. But at one years ago, at one point, what I'm looking for was readily available, like at Michael's or the dollar store or at Walmart, but no more. They don't have what I'm looking for anymore, which really gets bothers me because there's a lot of things that we can't get here anymore, and a lot of it has to do with politics. So I really don't want to get into that because it just peeves me to the hilt. Anyhow, um, but when I was at Michael's yesterday, I said to the cashier, I said, I can't find what I described to her what I was looking for. I said, "You don't have that anymore here." And she says, "No, we don't sell it anymore." She says, "Did you try the dollar store?" I said, "They don't have it." Walmart? I said, "No, they don't have anymore what I'm looking for." Anyhow, so she told me there's two stores that I could check out that probably would have what I'm looking for. So that's what I'm going to do next week, because yesterday I went to Michael's, and then after I went to Walmart because there was a couple of things I was looking for, like a new scratch post for Stray, but they didn't have what I was looking for. The ones they had were too big for the area that I have to put it. Anyhow, um, and I needed a few things for myself. But last week when I was at the dollar store, I found glow in the dark paint, the green one. Okay, oops, this one. So okay, so I got that at the dollar store, at Dollarama. Yesterday when I was at Michael's, and I just realized just before I turned the camera on that I bought the wrong paint. I wanted glow in the dark. This one is neon, that you only see with the black light. I don't have a black light, so I'm not going to be able to use these. I'm going to have to go and get, it means I have to go back and I'm going to have to get, hopefully, I'm not, hopefully I'll be able to return those. I'm not sure. I have to find the bill. But anyhow, I also found these lights, and they have, not sure I'm going to be using these. They have bats on them. Okay. I would have put them on, except that I don't have the batteries. Hang on. Let me see. Open. Oh. Okay, just like, hang on. I'm going to get a couple of batteries. They're double A. Put it on for you. See what it looks like. Oh boy. Should have done this before. Not thinking. It was my toast and were broken. Not my wine. Okay. Anyhow, let's see. Now, remember in the instructions, it said that I should just clean the contacts. And just to clean the battery. Why, I don't know, but anyhow. That's what in the instructions. Usually you don't need instructions, right? To turn something on, put a battery in. But anyhow, let's see. Ah, there you go. And the bats. Okay. So that's what they look like, little purple bats. Okay. Not sure. Not sure if I'm going to use them, but just in case I do, so I'm going to take the batteries out. Like I said, just in case I don't use them, I don't want to leave the batteries in there. I don't want to forget that I left them in there and then eventually they'll leak. Go back in there. Go back in there. Okay. What else did I get? I got these skeletons. Now, I've bought these before and I've used a lot of them. Let's see, I take them apart, cut them apart for some projects and that. So that's why I bought these ones. They were 40% off. Canada's at $9.99 and they were 40% off. And the same thing with these. These were $9.99 also in Canada and they're 40% off. So anyhow, that's what I got them. So hopefully I'm going to return these. That means I have to go back to Michael's next week. Oh gosh. I don't, it's hard for me to walk around a lot. Like yesterday when I got out of Walmart, because I had to do a lot of walking around. I was just like, I was in a lot of pain. But anyhow, that's it. That's it. I'm going to continue cleaning here. I'm not going to bore you with all that. And hopefully next week at some point I can get back to my table and start creating the Halloween project I have in mind. So that's it, guys. I'll see you guys another time. And that's ciao from me and from Belina.